Welcome to CLMD Connect. In support to the Comprehensive Region-Led Learning Continuity Plan (LCP). I teach. Integrating technology academic community, the household. Ensuring every learner is safe and protected anytime, anywhere. Anchored on Sulong Idokalidad. This is DepEd Regional Office 11, delivering quality education across Davao Region.
Wow! Hello po sa lahat ng mga senior high school participants. Good morning po muli sa inyong lahat. Sana po andyan na kayo sa inyong mga screens. Nakahanap na kayo ng magandang spot ng signal. Ganon din po, nakapwesto na ang inyong mga laptops o di kaya ang inyong mga cellphones. Ganon din po ang inyong mga notes o di kaya ballpens. Ready na po dapat kayo dyan. Okay? Kasi po magsisimula tayo sa ating simulation para sa ating senior high school. Ayan. So, kaway-kaway naman dyan. Hindi ko kayo nakikita pero kakaway ako sa inyo. Ayan po. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Of course, makakasama naman natin sa ating simulation na ito yung ating ding mga regional focal persons na nakaantabay po sa atin. Kasama po natin ngayon ang isa sa kanila na si Dr. Renato N. Pakpakin. Sir Rene? Ayan, Sir Rene.
Hi, John.
Andyan ba si Dr. Huevos?
Yes, John. I don't know kung nakapasok ba siya, John. Pero kasama natin ngayon si Dr. Huevos, si
Yes.
Dr. Maria Liza Birantoy, at saka si Dr. Maricel Langgahid. So,
Yes
apat po kami dito na magsilbing instructional leaders to observe the simulation.
Yes, the instructional supervisors po ng ating simulation sa umagang ito. Kasi po may mga role po, mamaya ipapaliwanag yan ng ating mga instructional supervisors. Bakit nga ba tinatawag silang instructional supervisors? Para link doon sa ating LMS. Anyway, Sir Rene, standby po lamang yung iba nating mga apps, na nakikinig sa atin ngayon dahil po naka-on deck na backstage ang ating mga simulators or facilitators natin sa umagang ito. Kasi po, may limitado nga lang po yung ating pagpapasok doon sa ating backstage. So mamaya makakasama natin sila, Sir Rene. And of course, we're very glad na nakapasok kayo agad para makasama namin. So Sir Ren, wag na natin patagalin pa ito. Sisimulan na natin ang simulation para po sa senior high school. Ayan. So, sana po handa na ang lahat ng mga participants natin sa ating 11 divisions ng senior high school po. Mabilisan lamang from the division of Davao City, Davao de Oro, Davao del Norte, Davao del Sur, Davao Occidental, Davao Oriental, Island Garden City of Samal, Digos City, Panabo City, Tagum City, and Mati City. Ayan, maghanda na po kayo dyan at sisimulan na natin ngayon ang unang simulation natin na ibibigay sa atin ng ating simulation teacher, facilitator na si Ma'am Gretchen S. Canatoy para po sa core subjects ng senior high school mula sa Sigaboy Agricultural Vocational High School. Ma'am Gretchen, good morning! Hi, Ma'am Gretchen!
Sir, good morning! Hello, sir! Hello, sir!
Live to live si Ma'am Gretchen sa Sigaboy
Hello po, sir.
So today I will be
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ma'am Gretchen? Okay po, si Ma'am Gretchen.
Okay po, sir. Hello po.
It's your time. Sige po.
Okay, hello po, everyone. Good morning, teachers. My name is Gretchen Escanato from Sigaboy Agricultural Vocational High School, and I am simulating the senior high school core subject, which is Earth Science. Welcome to Learning Management System. Use your account to
also log in.
Okay, Marie, kindly click enter this course.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. As you all go over with the environment, okay, you have seen there the different activities in this lesson. Okay. But before that, what you are going to do now is you have to take the activity first, the drill with drag and drop. Okay. What you're going to do now is click the drill, drag and drop. Okay. So the instruction there, Marie, is what you are going to do is label the layers of the earth by dragging the word and drop it into the correct boxes. Okay?
Okay. Okay, ma'am. So,
Okay, very good. You got it right. The layers of the earth are,
the crust, mantle, outer core, and the inner core.
okay, very good. Since you already mastered the layers of the earth, now I have a question. Can you enumerate to us the layers of the atmosphere in order?
Okay, so we have the stratosphere, no, the troposphere, and then the stratosphere, am I right?
Yes, correct.
And then the atmosphere, the exosphere, and the thermosphere.
Okay, I think you've interchanged the thermosphere and the exosphere.
Exosphere, yes, yes.
Okay,
yes, yes.
very good. So next, what you are going to do now, Marie, is proceed now with our review.
Okay.
Okay.
So should I attempt this now, ma'am?
Okay, but before that, will you please read the instruction?
Okay. So name the processes or characteristics of Earth that are necessary to support life, which are shown in the picture.
Okay, very good. Attempt the quiz
Attempt.
now.
So chose the correct answer.
Okay.
I'll see the choices. I guess this one is photosynthesis. And this one is light. This one is atmosphere. And this one is the water cycle. And this is the temperature.
Okay.
I'll submit it now, ma'am.
Okay. Let's try if you got it right. Okay, congratulations. You've got the correct answer. Okay, but before that, let's try to go back with the picture number 2, Marie. Okay. Now, Marie, why do you think so that that picture represents life?
Yes, where is the light? This one. Okay, mom. So, my answer for these pictures is, for me, it talks about life, since there is interrelatedness of this pictures, which are the biotic factors and the abiotic factors. Yes, that's it.
Okay. Okay, aside from that, the picture shows that the air, there is a food, there is a sun, which represents the life. Okay, so I am very confident that you mastered our first week lesson, which is all about how to recognize the earth that is habitable for human being. Okay, so this time, okay, I want you to take the motivation, which is memory game. And this will be the starting activity for us to have our new topic for this week. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I'll click this now.
Okay, the instruction there is flip the picture and match it with the correct description showing the spheres of the earth. Use the cursor to navigate each picture. Okay?
So I'll click the pictures. And this one. Again. Geo.
Okay, very
Can I proceed now,
good.
ma'am?
Yes, that is the correct answer.
Bio means life.
Okay,
course.
correct.
No. Oh, water means hydro.
Okay, correct. Congratulations. Now, Marie, what have you observed with that particular activity?
In life and the physical characteristic, the physical environment.
Okay, very good. So for us to understand and deepen with our lesson for this week, so have you you've seen there the specific learning objective with this particular lesson. Number one, in this lesson, you will be able to describe the Earth as subsystems, infer how matter and energy change, and cycle through the system as the spheres interact. And the last one is you are going to evaluate practices that can damage the four subsystems. Okay, are you ready, Marie?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so to start with, I want you to take activity, let's interact. Okay, there you go. The instruction there is you have to watch a video presentation about the connection of each component in the aquarium. In this activity, you will be able to understand the concept of a system as it applies to the Earth. Now, after watching the video, Marie, you have there a series of questions and you are going to answer that one. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start now. That's the environment in the aquarium. Okay, in the video you have seen there the fishes, the plants. Of course, there is a water and the sun. Okay, please try to go over and look more, observe what's in the aquarium for you to understand the questions.
Okay, so I'm done watching the video, ma'am. So should I proceed now to the next slide?
Yes. Okay, click the next slide.
What is the role of the plants in the aquarium? Mm, I know that plants give oxygen. What is plants in the aquarium? Oh,
Okay, you can try or you can check what would be the correct answer by clicking the show solution. Okay.
this one. Okay, see the solution for this, ma'am.
Okay, you may. Okay, the answer is plants produce oxygen and it absorbs the carbon dioxide. Okay. Okay, why not aquatic plants in the aquarium have the added benefit of oxygenating the fish tank? Because it's merely talk about oxygenating the fish tank.
Tank, not
Okay.
the fish.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next. Next slide, please.
How do the components of aquarium work together? They work together as a system where the aquarium provides the natural habitat of the fish. Plants provide the oxygen for the fish to survive.
Okay, correct. Okay, next.
An aquarium can be described as a closed artificial ecosystem in which fish and plants are able to find a habitat where they can grow and develop in a healthy and balanced way.
Okay.
True.
Okay, congratulations.
Plants will survive in the aquarium even if there is no appropriate.
So therefore, we can say that there is a connection between the four subsystems of the Earth. We have the hydrosphere, the biosphere, the atmosphere, and the geosphere. Okay? So next, Marie, you're going to do is you have to take the, okay, kindly click analysis. Okay, the title of the activity is Let's Interconnect.
Okay.
Okay. So in this particular activity, the students will infer what are the components of the aquarium that represents the Earth's sphere. Okay, so you have there a short discussion. Okay, can we
Okay.
go over with that one for you to understand the subsystems of the Earth?
Can I go now to the
Okay.
next?
Okay, yes, you may. Okay. Now the questions are still basing on the previous video that you watched. Okay?
Click which are the following components of the aquarium that represent the biosphere. Okay. No, biosphere.
Okay. Congratulations, you got it right. Now, next slide, please.
So biosphere, it is an earth living organism such as plants, humans, animals, insects, and microbes.
Okay, very good. Since in the aquarium, the components that represents the biosphere are the plants and the fishes because they are living or okay, exactly. Okay, next slide, please.
Click the following components of the aquarium that represent hydrosphere.
Okay.
So I guess this is the water. Maybe the fish tank. Oh, so tank is not included. Hydro means water.
Okay. Hydro means water. Okay. Okay, next slide, please.
Okay.
Okay.
So hydrosphere means the Earth's oceans, lakes, rivers, groundwater, the glaciers, polar ice caps, the rain, and the snow.
Okay, so in the aquarium, water represents the hydrosphere. Okay, next slide, please. So, from this activity, Marie, would you please enumerate to me or to the class what are the four subsystems of the Earth?
Okay, so we have first, we have the hydrosphere, the geosphere, the atmosphere, and the biosphere.
Okay, correct. With the lesson, okay, click abstraction. Okay, Marie, what you are going to do now is you have to click the plus icon in the image, read and understand the sample event that shows the interaction of each sphere. Analyze how the change in the system that affects the interaction of each sphere. Now, as what you have seen or as what you have have you observed the previous activity shows the 4 subsystems of the Earth? Now this one, let's try to connect and understand what would be the interactions of those 4 spheres, okay? So based from this picture, you have seen there are 2 posted questions. One is looking at the image, what are the major parts of our planet that can interact as a system? Now, okay, will you please scroll down, Marie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next question would be what sphere interaction can you infer from this photograph? From this photograph, you will notice that there will be an interactions between the different spheres of the Earth. Okay, click the icon. Okay, so what you have seen there is an interaction between the 3 subsystems. We have the biosphere, the hydrosphere, and the geosphere. Now, based from the picture, the interaction between the plants which draw the water and nutrients from the soil. So therefore, plants, the biosphere, water, the hydrosphere, and soil is the geosphere. Okay? This time, I want you to take the application activity. Okay, that's drag the words. Instruction there, drag the words to the correct boxes to complete the Earth sphere storyboard. Okay, read and understand. Okay, is there any questions? Okay, so click quiz now.
Each individual consists of features that together play a role in keeping our Earth in balance. A change within one system will not cause a change in one another. So there should be the same changes. So this must happen in the atmosphere. Life. Life exists, including those on the land and the water. So this is the biosphere. Plant roots stabilize the soil. This event explains the connection between biosphere and the geosphere. Hydrosphere. The ocean is the habitat for microscopic life plants. This event explains the interaction between Okay, ma'am, and then?
Okay, are you sure with all your answers? Okay, click submit all and finish. Okay, let's try. If you really understand our lesson. Okay, let me see your score.
10/10, ma'am.
Okay, congratulations, Marie. Marie is, I want you to go over with the assignment. Okay, so the instruction there is download the file and answer the following questions.
Yes, ma'am. So I will just download this. And when can I submit this, ma'am?
Okay, you can submit that one tomorrow at exactly 5 p.m. Marie, I want you to view your grades. Will you please stop sharing your screen? Okay, Marie. Here's your grade from the activities. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I guess we're done. So see you next meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Good day.
bye.
simulator sa Ma'am Gretchen. Ayan po. Ma'am Gretch, kindly turn on po your mic. Ma'am Gretchen. Ayun po. So Ma'am Gretchen,
Hello po, sir.
napakaganda at congratulations po sa inyong
Yes,
presentation.
sir.
Ano po? Ano po lamang Ma'am Gretchen, ano po yung paano niyo po yun ginawa? Saan po ba kayo nagsimula, Ma'am Gretch?
Actually, sir, sasabi nga po ni Sir Edong sa amin, I mean sa inyo pala, yung LMS is hindi na po bago sa amin. Kasi we're using that one for almost a year. Pero saan kami nahirapan, sir, is yung sa bagong plugins na binigay niya. So, nagpuyat talaga kami, sir, para pag-aralan yung mga plugins kasi mahiya naman kami kay Sir Edong, sir, kung yung lugar yung gagamitin namin. So, yung sir ay kanang naningkamot jud, sir, to learn the new activities na nandun po sa
Ayun.
LMS, sir.
Yun po bang binimin niyo yung H5P na plugins, tama po ba?
Yes, sir. Yung mga interactive activity po na ginamit ko, sir, sa aking simulation, halos po yun lahat, sir, is naka H5P plugins po, sir.
Okay. So Ma'am Gretchen, balikan ko lamang yung tanong pa kung naririnig niyo po ako. Ito ba ay mula talaga
Okay,
sa
sir.
lesson exemplar, di ba? Sa lesson exemplar kayo nagsimula?
Yes, sir. Yung sa lesson exemplar talaga, sir.
Pwede mo kami bigyan ng overview doon, Ma'am Gretchen, para po sa kapakanan ng ating mga senior high school participants, ano po?
Okay.
Ano po ba yung
Okay.
kagamitan? Ano po ba yung silbi ng lesson exemplar doon sa ating LMS?
Okay. So yung lesson exemplar po, sir, ay yun po yung guide. Yun po yung manuscript natin, sir. Doon po yung nakalagay lahat para hindi po tayo maligaw. Parang GPS po natin yung lesson exemplar po natin, sir. Kung nahihit ba natin yung objective with our activities. Tapos po ay kung nag-fit in ba yung objective natin sa interactive activity na ginamit po natin, sir.
Pero yung lesson exemplar sa kung sa pagkaunawa ko yung lesson exemplar din natin ay taken mula doon sa ating mga melts, di ba? Na inaayos natin doon yung ating
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oo. So sa madaling salita parang lesson plan
Yes,
na
sir.
ito. Tama ba?
Yes, sir. Exactly, sir.
Yes. And of course, sige Ma'am Gretchen, bago tayo dumako sa ating next simulator, ano po yung ilan din po ninyong maibabahagi patungkol po dito sa ating LMS, kung ito ba talaga ay kasi kayo ang unang naka-experience nito diyan nga po, tulad nga po ng nasabi ninyo diyan sa inyong school. So gaano
Yes,
po
sir.
ba talaga ito kagamit, o ito ba talaga ay talagang functional? Ito ba ay nakakatulong talaga? Sige po Ma'am Gretchen, inyo po ipaalam sa amin at nang kami
Okay.
ay mabigyang buhay po sa LMS na yan.
Okay. Yung LMS po, sir, sa lang po ay napakahalaga pong gamitin, sir. Aside from noon, it's paperless talaga, sir. Ginagamit namin ito for summative test, for periodical test. So hindi na problema yung principal namin for buying bond paper, sir, because it's paperless. So mantakin niyo po, sir, marami kaming teachers dito, pag nagpe-periodical test po kami, yung LMS na po yung ginagamit namin. Now, sa panahon ngayon, sir, kasi may pandemic, so this LMS talaga, sir, it's very obvious na it's very helpful, sir. Because aside from there is no there is no face-to-face interaction with the students and the teacher through this LMS, hindi po mako-compromise yung learning ng mga students, sir. Even if sa bahay lang sila mag-aaral, sir.
Wow, thank you so much Ma'am Gretchen. Ayan po. Pero kahit nga po, 'di ba, alam ko nagkakaproblema kayo diyan sa signal, pero ipaalam natin kasi ang LMS na ginagamit niyo din diyan ay pwedeng ano po ba 'yun? Pwede bang local? Tama ba ako?
Yes, sir. Pwede po siyang i-offline, sir.
Can you give us a fast limelight about this one na maliwanagan kami? Ano po ba yung local use naman? Kung gagamitin natin local
Okay.
or school-based, ano po ba yun, Ma'am Gretch?
Okay. Okay, sir. So kung offline po na LMS yung gagamitin natin, unlike sa online is online siya, meaning to say internet connection. So kung offline, meaning to say there is no need to use internet connection. However, we only need to use the router, sir. So one router only, sir, and one router can cater almost 50 units po, sir. So ginagamit po namin yan. Tapos po, sir, yung offline po is kailangan lang na there is a face-to-face interaction between the teacher and the student, unlike po sa online na hindi na kailangan because of the internet connection. Yan lang po, sir.
Pero yung face-to-face, kukuha lang ng yung parang enrollment key. Ganun ba? Kasi talagang hindi tayo...
Yung IP address lang po, sir. Yes, sir.
Ayun. Okay. So, hindi
Yes,
talaga
yung
siya...
IP address lang po, sir.
Pero talagang hindi siya buong face-to-face. Tama,
Sir.
ano ba? Tama po?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much, Ma'am Gretchen. Maraming salamat for giving that very nice comprehensive simulation to us, no? With Earth Science. Tama ba ako? Earth Science na isang core subject ng
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
school. Thank you, Ma'am. At babalikan po
Yes,
namin
sir.
kayo. Okay po. So, okay. Sige, Ma'am, you can now have your break.
Okay.
Okay, ayun po mga participants, isa po lang diba? So, napakaganda nga ng feature.
Thank you, sir.
Napakaganda nga po ng feature ng ating LMS kasi nagagamit na po talaga nila. Sila po ang isang patunay na yung ating LMS, yung Sigaboy Agricultural Vocational High School ay talagang gumagamit na po sila ng LMS. Wala pa itong ating pandemya ngayon. Pero ngayon, sinare niya nila sa atin din at yun, nakita natin ang kanyang kahalagahan. But, there's more. Bibigyan pa tayo kung ano pa talaga ang pwede at kayang gawin ito sa mga susunod pa natin ng mga simulators. Of course, let us all welcome ang ating next simulators naman po ay si Dr. Paul Tado at saka ang kanyang partner. Hello po. Ma'am Anduyan, Ma'am Danibel, and of course, si Sir Tado. Dr. Tado, good morning.
Hello, Sir June. Good morning.
Ayan, hello ma'am. Good morning po. Gandang umaga, Sir Paul. Kumusta po kayo?
Good morning. Mabuti po.
Ayan, Sir Paul. Sige po. So, Ma'am Dan and Sir Paul, alam kong nakapaghanda din kayo para sa inyong simulation ngayon. Ibibigay ko na po sa inyo ang screen para po sa pagpapatuloy ng ating training.
Thank you so much, Sir June. Isang matagumpay na umaga po sa lahat ng kapwa ko mga guro sa senior high school. I am Danibel Anduyan from Tagum National Trade School Division of Tagum City.
And I am Paulino Pitado from Tagum National Trade School, and I'm teaching Practical Research 1.
Okay, so for today, we have prepared our simulation for the applied practical research subject. So let us allow us now to share our screen to you. Good day, everyone, and welcome to the third day of our regional training of trainers for the learning management system. So today, we'll be demonstrating an asynchronous lesson using our learning management system. So I am Mrs. Danibel Anduyan, and I will be acting as the teacher in the subject Practical Research 1. So now, let me share my screen. Okay, so as we all know, this is the interface of our learning management system. As a teacher, this is what I can see once I enter our learning management system. Although in this part, you can see all the courses that I have just accessed, but for the sake of our demonstration today, I'll be showing you how you can enter the course that we have created. So first, you will just click all courses. And you will look for where you have inputted your course. As for my case, it is in the senior high school subjects. Then I will click applied. And there, I can now see all the subjects that are part of the applied subjects in senior high school. So I will just look for the course that I have created and click this one, Practical Research 1. So this is now what I am going to see within my end as a teacher. Okay. But first, let me show you this very important feature of our LMS that may be of help to all the teachers that are listening today. So in this part of our site home, you can see the private files. Okay, so in this part, as you can see, I already saved 2 document file. So once you click this Manage Private Files, you will be directed to this part where you can save or you can upload the materials that you are using in your class. As for my case, I have uploaded my lesson exemplar in Practical Research 1. So you can just upload as many documents that you would need so that wherever you may go, you just have all the materials and references that you need in conducting your class. So that is, you just have to click Save Changes after uploading all the files, and then you can go back to your course. So this is now what you're going to see as a teacher. In this part, you can just edit it, personalize it based on your course. So in my case, I have edited it to a picture of our logo in the DepEd Tagum City Division, together with the logo of my school, Tagum National Trade School, and my subject. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I have divided my topics or my subject to different topics. The first topic will be the importance of research in daily life. We also have following topics, but then as you can see, all those topics are yet hidden from my students because we first have to finish our current topic, our first topic, before they will be allowed to access those topics. Okay. So later on, you'll be seeing also the interface as to the end of our students. Okay, so for this part, you can now see the general announcement that I have made for my course. I also have attached the Annex K to 12 MILCs, and I have created my PR1 chat room. Okay, but before that, before you will be able to make any changes and revisions to your course, to the course that you have created, the first thing that you must do is to turn editing on. This is very important because, okay, you will be prompted to this part of the course. So comparing it to the previous view that we had a while ago, it is now different because you can now see many icons here, which will also help us as we try to edit, as we try to add all the activities based on the lesson exemplars that we have prepared. So today, I'll be showing you how I was able to integrate all those prepared activities in my exemplar to our learning management system and make it accessible to our students even if they are not online. So I have prepared activities that can easily be downloaded by our students. Okay, so let's start with the general announcement. We will just click this part. So in my general announcement, of course, once you start your class, you must have a brief introduction of yourself and a brief introduction of the course as well. So that is what I created. I attached a video here in my general announcement. So I will just click this part. And I can now view the instruction that I have given to my students and the video that I have attached, which you will watch later with the student. Okay, so it would be nice to see how my student would react to the video that I have prepared for them. Okay, so if they also would like to see the competencies of this subject, so they can just proceed to this shortcut icon below, the Annex K to 12 milks. Okay, so there is a link here. If they will be clicking that one, they will be prompted to the PDF file of our milks, our learning competencies. Okay, and if they still have questions about all those that I have given, they can just freely ask me through our Practical Research 1 chat room. So as you can see on this side, there are three choices. You can either enter the chat now if you have urgent messages for your students. You can use more accessible interface if you would like. And if you would like to see your past conversations, you will just click this part. So let us try to check what I have messaged my students and if there are replies coming from them. So I will just list all the sessions. Okay, so I left a message for them saying that, hey, good day learners. Feel free to ask me questions about our topics here in our chat room. Okay, so if I try to check also if there are responses from my students, okay, Paulino Tado responded to my chat. So I would like to see what his message is for me. So he just said, good afternoon, ma'am. I am ready for our class. Thank you for providing the milk. This will give me an idea of the different competencies to be taken up in this course. Okay. So, as you can see, it's this system or this platform also has an interaction. You can still interact with your students even if you are not doing your class face to face. Okay. So at this point, we are now done with the introduction of my course. So we can now proceed to the preliminary part of the lesson. So let's go back. For this time, I will not be using the shortcut key so that you can really visualize how you will be entering your course, add activities to it. So at this part, as you can observe in our interface, some items are indented. Okay, like this one, the decision-making game, the essay rubric. Okay. So I have made that because I would like the students to know that this part is just a part of the motivation. Okay, how will you do that as a teacher? So example, in this part, you would like to indent the decision-making game. So you will just click the edit, and then you will see the right arrow here, move right. You just click that one. Okay, and then the decision-making game is indented to the right. And then you can just click if you would like it to move left. Okay. As long as you turn the editing on, then you can do whatever you would like to do in your class. So this one, let's proceed to the preliminary activities. Drill. Okay, so for the drill, I have prepared arranging jumbled letters. I have given also my instruction where the student needs to rearrange the letters of the word that I have attached through a forum. So this activity is done through a forum. Why? Because I would like to know the responses of my students based on whichever way they would like to deliver their answer. If they are more confident in just writing the text, it's okay. If they would like to attach an audio or a video file, it can also be possible to a forum. Okay, so there's already one response from my student. So I would just click that, and I can now see the text of my student, importance and research. So with that drill activity, my student can now have an idea that our topic will be about research and its importance. Okay, so for the shortcut key here below, you can just click so that you will be prompted to the next part of the lesson, which is the review. So in this part, I have given an instruction that they have to answer the two questions I have given through an attachment of an audio or a video file of the responses. So let us try to check if my student responded. Okay, so there is already a response from my student with the message, "Hello ma'am, I am submitting my video containing my responses to your questions. So I will now be listening to the response of my student about the questions that I have given." Okay, so let us just try to assume that me as a teacher is done listening to the audio file that my students submitted. So through that, I can have an idea about his previous knowledge about our topic for today. Then I will be proceeding to the motivation part of the lesson. So in the motivation part, I have inserted a decision-making game activity where the student will have to choose three objects among the 15 objects that I have posted. So as we all know that our learners are encouraged or much excited if they can visualize the activity. So I also have attached um, pictures through the H5P feature of our LMS where I can attach the pictures that can be used as reference of my students. So these are the 15 objects. And then I would like to see what was the response of my student to that. So I will just click this one, the discussion part, because still this activity is done to a forum. Okay, so that's why there's a discussion part below. So the answer of my student was, these are my three objects chosen out of the airplane. So first is the crate of 12 bottles of water, 5 warm sweaters, and inflatable lifeboats for 4 persons. Okay, very good. Then after having the motivation part of our lesson, we can now proceed to the next part of our lesson, which is about the developmental activities. So for those preliminary activities, it is expected that my students are already prepared for the lesson that we're going to have for the day. Okay. So these are the 4 parts of our developmental activities: activity, analysis, abstraction, and then application. Then we also have evaluation, agreement, and reflection. That's the last part. So let's go to it one by one. And from the outside alone, you can see that there are different types of activities based on the icons that you can see. So it's more on forum. I have used more on forum activities because of the reason that I have stated a while back. Okay, so let's click first the activity. Okay, so after accomplishing the decision-making game, I have left a question to be answered by my students. And there's already a response. Let us try to view the answer of my student. So this was the answers given by my student based on the 3 questions that I have given. Okay, since this is just an activity, this is not yet graded. Later on, I'll be showing you examples of graded activities that I have included in my lesson exemplar. Okay, so let's proceed to the analysis part of the lesson. In the analysis part, I have attached a video presentation showing the importance of research because that is the main focus for our topic for today. So it also contains several examples of products of researches that are used nowadays. So the students will just be watching this video presentation before they can proceed to the abstraction part of our lesson. Okay, so the instruction given by me as a teacher in this abstraction part is that the students have to look for someone to pair with. So it can be their sibling or anybody from the neighborhood where they can share other examples of researches that they find interesting. And then together, they will answer this question. How is research connected to decision making? Okay, so down below in the discussion, you can also see that there's already a response from a student. Let us try to view. So he interviewed the barangay captain. So he inserted the response of the barangay captain and also his response to the question. Okay, so very good. And then we proceed to the application part of my lesson. Okay. So to this part, they have to ponder on things surrounding them. And then afterwards, they will write a descriptive essay. So it's stated all here in the instruction part. And then they may attach a Word document or a PDF file of their essay in this forum. Okay. So down below, I can see that there's already a response. Okay, so maybe there was just a confusion because my student submitted twice his assignment, but it's okay. Let's try to check if it contains a Word or a PDF file. Okay, so it's a PDF file. Okay, essay about application of research in TV programs. So that is what he has chosen, the TV programs as a topic. Okay, so for the reference as well, it was mentioned in the instruction that I have also attached a rubric for the essay that they are going to make. If they click this one, this link, they will be prompted to the PDF file of the essay that will also be my basis in grading them for the essay that they have submitted. And then they can now proceed to the evaluation. Okay. First, I will be going back to the course because I would like you to see this part of the lesson, evaluation and the agreement or assignment part. As you can see, there was a restriction in this part. Okay, I'll be showing you how you can add a restriction as a teacher because I made use of this restriction so that a student cannot be allowed to proceed to a particular part of the lesson once they were not able to accomplish a particular activity. So like for example, in this essay writing part, how will you add a restriction to this? You will just click edit. Of course, make sure that turn editing is on. Okay. Then just click edit, edit settings. So while you're doing your activity, you can just add the restriction after giving your instructions because it is just found here below. Okay, restrict access. You'll just click this one and then there's no restriction yet. So you will click add restriction. So there are also choices here. Then I will just click activity completion because they have to perform an activity before they can be allowed to enter this part of the lesson. So I will just choose what particular activity they need to accomplish. So because that was the application part. So first they need to have the abstraction. Okay, I will just click abstraction and then below, do not forget to save and return to course. So let us try to check if the restriction was added. Okay, so it is now here in the application part of our lesson. It's already restricted. Okay, so that is what I have done as well in the evaluation and in the agreement part or the assignment. Okay, because they have to know to go through all the part of the lesson based on the lesson exemplars that I have prepared so that they have the enough knowledge about the importance of research and then they will be able to do or to answer the questions that I have prepared in the evaluation. So in the evaluation, I have prepared an interactive quiz, 5-item quiz that they need to answer. Okay, so there's already one attempt done by my student. So there's also restriction as to the date where the quiz will be opened and then the quiz will be closed. So you can also have that in the restrictions. Okay, then next is the agreement or the assignment part. So assuming that my student is already done with the activity, the quiz, so you'll be allowed to proceed to the agreement or assignment, where is required to research on various definition of research and cite references. Attach a Word document or PDF file for your assignment. So one student already submitted. Okay, so for now, I'll be showing you an example how you can grade a particular student. Okay, so in this activity, in this assignment that I had given, since my student already submitted, I will just click View All Submissions so that you can view how many among your students already submitted their assignments. Okay, so one student submitted his output already notado. So for you to be able to grade that particular activity, you will just click grade, okay, the green icon, and then you will be prompted to the assignment that was submitted by your student. So it is a PDF file. Okay, so the teacher can read the assignment submitted by the student, and then in this right part, you can just input the grade based on your rubrics for that particular assignment. So in this part, as to the case of my student, I have given him 100 as a score. And you can also motivate your students to study more or to be encouraged to perform all the activities through your feedback. Okay, so below I have written, you can just edit it, whatever you would like to say to your student. Very comprehensive output, keep it up. Okay, and then do not forget to save changes. And the one thing, if you would like your students to be notified that their submitted assignment was already checked by the teacher, you will just check this icon, notify students. Okay, because students are really excited to view their grades, right? So you will just save changes. Then, okay. So the grade is now given to the student for that particular assignment. Then you can now go back to your course. Okay, it's loading. So you really have to save the changes. Okay. If you have many students, you can just click on this arrow here, right, for you to view. So in our case, I only have one student, so there's no need for me to click this part, change user. Okay. Okay, so we will go back again. After the agreement or assignment is the reflection part of the student, where I have attached a graphic organizer that will emphasize the different salient points, how important research is in our life, not only to our lives, but also to our community as a whole. Okay, so that is the last part of our lesson, the reflection. Okay, so after you have done, after you have inserted all the activities, you must never forget to turn editing off. Okay, so that all the changes that you have done will be saved and it will once again look like this. Okay, so as for the grades, if you would like to view the grades that you have given to your students, you will just click the here in the navigation part, grades, for you to view if you were able to grade all the students or if you have missed someone. Okay, so here, this is an example of how it will look like. Okay, so my student got score of 3 in his evaluation and then 100 in his assignment. Okay, so another feature of our LMS is the export part, where we can just copy and paste all the grades that we have given to our students to our e-class record. Okay, so how will you do that? In this grade part of our LMS, you will just look for export. So this is export. Once you click that one, you'll be given the choices. Which among the grades that you've given would you like to download and save and transfer later on to your e-test record? So I will just click the evaluation and the agreement because some of my activities are not graded like the activities that I have given in the preliminary. Okay, so once you are done clicking it, then you will just click download and it will start downloading in an Excel file all the grades that you have given to your students. Okay, so that is how accessible and how convenient our learning management system is as to the part of the teacher. So at this point, we will be showing you how it would look like as to the part of our student. Okay, so I will now be turning off my screen so that my student can also share. Hello, Sir Paul.
No.
Okay. So you can now show to our audience how it would look like as to the end of my student who performed the activity.
Good day, everyone. I am Paulino Talo. This time, I'm going to show you the interface of our LMS in order for me to access the lesson hosted by my teacher. So allow me to show my screen. Okay, so before we can access the LMS, as a student, we need to create an account. So make sure that you have already an account. May it be in the Google account, may it be in the Yahoo account, Yahoo Mail, so that that would be a requirement in creating an account in our learning management system. So let us create an account. So what I'm going to do is to click the LMS where I can log in. So you have there. Okay, so and then you also include your password. So in this case, I have already created an account. So I will just show you how I was able to create an account. Okay, so click create an account. So you will be prompted uh, to this interface. You just input your username and then your password, and then you have to input as well other information like email address. Okay, and you have to confirm that one, and then you have your first name, you have your surname, you have the city or town, which is Tagum City, and then select country, of course, Philippines. You just click this drop down button here and try to go to Philippines. Okay, so there you have it. So once you're done completing all of this, you need to create an account. You click that one. But in this case, since I have already created an account, so I will be prompted to this interface where there's a prompt that I am already uh, created an account. So in addition, after this interface, you need also to make sure that your default will be as a student. So once you click the default, and you choose student, then you will be already that you can already access the LMS. So once you're already uh, created the account, then you can proceed to this part here. So this is now the interface of a student using the learning management system. So I'm going to click the site home so that I will be able to enroll in practical research 1. Okay, saan ba banda yan? Okay, so we have here, so I'll just click here. So maglalagin ako so that I can access the learning management system and see the interface. So you have there, so this is now the full interface where the lesson and activities of my teachers are found. So as you can see, you have the general announcement, you have also the annexes, and then the teacher also created a chat room, and then we have the preliminaries down to evaluation and assignment. So as a student, I'm going to respond and to see what in each of these activities that my teacher has posted in this course. So first, we have the general announcement. So I will click this one. So you have there, my teacher uploaded an announcement. Okay, so let's listen. Okay, so those are information given by my teacher. So as you can see in this part here, there is an attachment. So I need to view this one. Okay, so there is an attachment uploaded. Okay, so this is the mail where I can find the different competencies in our course, practical research 1. So once it is already read, then I proceed to this part. which is the chat room. So I need to also give information or chat my teacher regarding our course. So since I have already made a chat, then allow me to show you that one. Okay, so after that, then I'll proceed to the drill, which my teacher uh, required me. So there is an instruction here. The object of the game is to arrange or unscramble the letters to form a word. So for me to respond to this drill, I need to click this part, add a new discussion, and then subject, practical research 1 or PR1, and my answer will be written in this portion. And once you have already decided that your answer is final ready, and you can post that one by clicking this button. So in my case, I have already responded that one. Okay, so my answer was importance, and the other word is research. So once you're done with that one, you proceed to the next activity, which is a review. So as you can see, another activity instruction is given by my teacher. So what activities in the past have you learned in order to solve a particular situation or problem? So to respond to these two questions, my teacher required me to attach an audio or video, for my responses. So to do that, just click this portion here, this button, and you'll be prompted to this interface. So we have here the subject, which is PR1, and then your answer will be placed here. So in that case, since I am required to attach a video or an audio, so I choose to attach or use the audio. So just click here and start recording, and you can start responding to the answer. So in that case, let me show you my response to that one. Okay. Okay, assuming that I have already heard, no, my statement here as a response to the teacher's requirement, then I need to proceed to the next activity. So I have to respond to each of these activities given by my teacher. So in the motivation, there are 15. The instructions here is to select 3 out of 15 mentioned in here. So to respond again, you just click this button, and this will prompt you where your answer can be placed. In that case, I have already responded to this, so it's already reflected in here. So again, we proceed to the next part of the lesson, which is this part. where pictures, aside from the word, the words, my teacher also attached the pictures corresponding to those words above. And then proceeding to the next one, ayan, so after accomplishing decision-making game, so answer the following questions. So to respond to this one, then you have to again click this portion here, and you will be prompted to this interface where you can place your answer. And then do not forget to post. Now, after you've decided or finalized your answer, then you need to post that one so that your answer will be uploaded to the system. So again, click the next activity below that activity that I have access. So we have an analysis now. You go over here. So it's a video clip, no, uploaded by my teacher for me to view in order to know and enhance my learning about our lesson in practical research one. Okay, so that's it. Proceeding now to abstraction. I have already responded this one. In process, you need to click this portion here for you to be prompted to where you can place your answer. And then post the forum, and then you can now proceed to the next one. And in that activity, a rubric was posted also by my teacher. So I need to view that one as my basis in responding to the question. Okay, so let me proceed to the next one, which is the evaluation. So So here, I have responded this one already. So I'm go back first in here, subject, practical research, and then evaluation. Okay, so I have responded this one already. So the same process, you are going to click the portion below, add, so that you can attach your answer to the requirement or the question of your teacher. So this time, since I'm done already, responding to the activities uploaded by my teacher, then I'm excited to go to grade so that I will be a I so that I will know my performance on those activities. So just click grade, and there you have it. So we have evaluation. I have gotten 3 out of 5 assignment. It's reflected already. And for the decision making game, this activity is not uh, rated by my teacher. And then we have here a total. So I've got 98.10%. So that's it. I have already shown you and demonstrated you how to access the LMS or the learning management system as a student. So I hope that you have gotten meaningful information as a student. Uh, and I hope that we can use the learning management system in our classes. So again, good day, and once again, God bless to everyone.
Wow, thank you so much, Ma'am Anduyan and Ma'am Tado. Ano po, so yun po ang inyo namang pinakita sa amin, yung teacher part tsaka student part din. Ano po. So may dagdag pa kayo doon, Ma'am? Ma'am Danibel, sige po.
Yes, Sir Jude. What we have just shown to everyone is kakaiba naman doon sa kanina sa ipinakita nila Ma'am Gretchen, wherein you really need to have your internet access or the connection of the LMS. But in our case, what we have shown is pwede sa LMS kahit offline yung mga estudyante. Diba? It's asynchronous. Pwede siyang gawin as a method of teaching. So kung ano lang yung araw na available yung estudyante, like for example, in one household, mayroong 4 na magkakapatid, iba't ibang grade level. So hindi sila one at a time makakagamit ng kanilang mga gadgets at home. So through LMS, pwedeng i-open ng estudyante yung kanyang mga activities at gagawin niya sa comfort ng kanyang bahay at the convenience also ng kanyang oras. Yun yan, Sir Jun.
Good. So, pwede pala possible pala yun, ano, Ma'am Dan. Sir Paul.
Yes, sir. At this time of crisis, we need to really upgrade so that we can cope with the trends and the call of the time. So it is very timely that LMS, so the learning management system, should be incorporated or should be utilized in our teaching in this new normal education. So that's it, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Dan at saka Sir Paul. Ayan po, sa inyong panahon at saka pagsasimulate natin. Ano po, so mamaya baka may ilang mga katanungan ay bibigyan linaw din po ninyo mamaya. Ano po. Thank you so much, Ma'am. Just stay po watching and viewing us. And then, tatawagin po namin kayo. Ano po. Okay, so sa punto pong ito ay magpapatuloy tayo sa isa na namang grupo ng simulators. Mula naman po, naibibigay naman sa atin ni Ma'am Sherilyn Ramos at saka ni Sir Joseph Ramos. Ayan, hello po. Ma'am Che, at saka Sir, ayan. Ma'am
Yes,
Che,
good morning,
Sir
sir.
Joseph.
Hi, everyone.
Good morning po.
Good day, teachers. Sir, you ready? Okay, good morning, teachers, and welcome to this third day of our webinar. After a hard day's training and encounter with the LMS, me and my partner are going to share with you our short output of simulation and hope you'll learn something out of it. Now, this time, allow us to share with you our screen. Hello, everyone. Good day to you. My name is Joseph Richard C. Ramos from Tagum City Division. I'm currently teaching in Tagum City National High School under Senior High School Department. Okay, so this afternoon, or today, we're going to simulate our lesson exemplar using the LMS. And before that, I'm going to show you my, we call this my lesson plan as basis for my lesson exemplar. Okay, so let me share with you my screen. Okay, just wait for a while. Okay. Share my screen. I'm going to show you my lesson plan. Okay, so I know you're very familiar with this. Okay, just to have some basis now, and when we discuss that later on with our LMS, you can easily understand the difference. Okay, so my subject is about introduction to the philosophy of the human person, and this is week 1 and lesson 1. So I'm going to highlight the learning procedures because this will appear in the LMS. Preliminary activities, which is composed of drill, review, motivation, and then the second part is the developmental activities, which is composed of activity, analysis, and abstraction. It's application, and then evaluation and reflection. So later on, I'll try to transport this word format into an interactive lesson using our LMS. Okay, are you ready to listen? By the way, my role in the simulation is a teacher, and my partner, Miss Carolyn Ramos, will act also as a student. Okay, so let's start our simulation. So I'm going to introduce to you my partner. She'll tell something about herself. Ma'am?
Good day, everyone. I am Sherilyn Ramos, and I portray the role of a student in this simulation.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am. So we'll proceed now with our simulation proper. So we'll now act as a teacher, and Ma'am Sharon will act as a student. Hey, good morning, class. How are you today?
Good morning, sir. I am fine. How about you?
I'm very fine. So I would like to welcome you to our new lesson of first day of class. So our subject is about introduction to the philosophy of the human person. So to start with, I'm going to share with you my screen so that we can go to the LMS. Okay. Now this is my LMS, and this is the outline of my lesson. Lesson 1, holistic and partial perspective. So I'm going to orient you about the activities that you're going to undertake, and then I'll give you time later on to do the activities, and then submit your output, and then afterwards feedback about the results of your performance. Okay, so we'll start with the learning objective. So the learning objective states here, at the end of the discussion, learners will be able to distinguish the difference of holistic and partial point of view in doing philosophy. Okay, so go back to the outline. So take note, students, that these activities are interconnected. You'll notice here that are highlighted blue words here, so it means restricted. So we cannot proceed to the next activity if we cannot comply prior activities. And this lesson is divided into four topics or four categories: preliminary, developmental, evaluation, and assignment. So under preliminary, you will undergo three activities, and afterwards, you will proceed to developmental, wherein you will also undergo four activities, and evaluation two activities, and then the last part is the assignment. So are you ready, Miss Sherilyn?
Yes, sir. I am ready.
Okay, so I'm going to give an overview of the activities that we are going to undertake. So first is you have to go to the drill. So in this section, you will have an overview about the course. Because this is your first be acquainted with the subject, it's good for you also to have an overview of the coverage and the topics that will be discussed within the semester. Okay, so it is necessary for you to read the content because there will be some questions embedded between the discussion. So for example, you have to read the course description because you will be asked this question. And then similarly, if you continue reading this course objective, you will be also given certain question and so on until the end of the slide. So after that, you proceed to the next activity, which is a short review on the meaning of philosophy. This is very important for us to start with the lesson. You have to know what do you mean by philosophy. So this is a simple short video clip about the meaning of philosophy. So you have to watch that because there will be some questions also be given later on. And afterwards, you proceed to activity number 3, which is motivation. So in this activity, it is just a simple picture analysis in which you have to look at the illustration and analyze the conversation. And then, so this is the picture. And then afterwards, there will be questions to be asked and you will answer that. So you will answer that here. You type your answer here in the box and then you send it to me. So there will be 2 questions. And after that, we'll proceed to the developmental activity number 1, which is to introduce you to a video presentation as a preparation for the discussion later on. Okay, so this video is about the blind man and the elephant. So this is a poem by John Godfrey Sachs, and I have a creative way of presenting it through a video presentation. So you have to watch that because that is the foundation of our discussion later on. And most of the questions will be taken from the video. In fact, in the next activity, in the analysis, there are already 2 questions for you to answer. So this is in the form of essay. So same as before, no, I'm going to show you the content. Okay, so there's a box here provided wherein you can type your answer and then send it to me later on. Then after that, we have already learned the basics. We go to the discussion proper. The discussion proper, there are 5 slides. Each the first slide will explain the difference between holistic and partial perspective in the context of the video that we have shown earlier. And then the meaning of the partial and holistic perspective in the context of philosophy. So afterwards, we proceed to the application. So this is very important because the knowledge that we have learned from this discussion will be applied into certain situation. So I have given here an example in which I apply the concept into different learning areas. And then afterwards, after reading this, it's now your turn to apply this concept into certain situations. So for example, there's a situation here about the total lockdown implemented by certain LGU. So what we think would be the partial and holistic perspective in that issue. And afterwards, to finish our discussion, now we proceed to the evaluation proper. Now in the evaluation, there are 2 activities. First is a simple and gamified activity is called drag and drop, wherein you have to drag the words and drop that into the appropriate pictures here. It's only about 6 items, and afterwards we proceed to the second exercise, which is true or false, about 10 items. And the last the assignment. So this is just an assignment. So I will not require you to submit that today. We have more time to reflect, and have some discernment and reflection on this question. But you have to follow some certain guidelines. For example, you have to type your answer in short band paper with at least 300 words and maximum 500 words. And you have to use a font style of Arial and then font size of 12. Then the basis for your grading will be content 50, grammar 20, and number of words 30. So after that, you have to attach your file in a Word format or in a PDF format and then submit it to me for checking. So do you have any question, Ms. Sherilyn?
None, sir.
Okay, so let's try the activity by yourself. Now I'm giving you time to answer the activity and then I'll give you the feedback afterwards. I'm going to show you your grades for this lesson. Okay, so I'm going to stop now the sharing of my we call this presentation, and then I'm going to pass it to you. Okay, so start sharing your screen.
All right, sir. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. So we're going to do that.
All right, sir. So can you see my screen now?
Very clear.
All right. So this is my account as a student looks like. So after I log in my student account and enroll in your course, so I can see that in this side under my courses in dashboard, these are the list of subjects that I enrolled to. So I'm going to click the introduction to the philosophy. So I already answered the activities that are given earlier, and the first thing that I saw when I visit this course here is the first online meeting. So I assume this is a chat box because it looks like a chat box icon. And then when I'm going to click it, so it has notes here stated that please be informed that we will be having our first meeting. Attendance is a must. So for me to join in your meeting, I'm going to click here to enter chat now. And here I can send message to you. So if I have any questions, sir, will that be okay to you if I'm going to send it here?
Okay, that's good because that is actually the purpose of having the chat box now for your queries and concerns.
All right. Thank you, sir, for having this chat box. Now I'm going to jump to the next part, the learning objective. And at the end of of the discussion, learners will be able to distinguish the difference of holistic, partial point of view in doing philosophy. So on it, it has drill about the course, and it has 8 slides. So the first slide is the introduction to philosophy of the human person. And I'm going to read the course description.
Okay.
And on the second slide, there is question to be answered. So I'm going to write my answer and then click check. So I've got the correct answer. And then the next slide is about the course objectives. And another question here. So my answer to this question is this one. And another learning contents, another slide about learning contents. It's stated here that this course is divided into 8 lessons in 2 quarters, right? So another question, the correct answer here, I think is 8, right? So I'm going to proceed to the next one because I already done with the first part, the drill. So I am ready to review the meaning of philosophy through this video. So after viewing this video, the next part is picture analysis. So I can see here, sir, that there is a picture analysis. It looks like an illustration, and I have to read the situation and the conversation. Okay, so I assume that I got I am done with this part because it has, I think it has a question, sir, or activity. Am I correct?
Yes, they have two questions there.
Okay. So, I have here my answer from your first question. So, I got this comment very impressive. My grade is 9/10 or 90%. And on the second question, stated here down is my answer. So another comment from you, sir, very touching reflection. Thank you for that, sir.
You're welcome.
So after reviewing my output on that activity, I'm going to click this. I assume that I am ready to the next activity. So in this part, another video on blind Ben and the elephant. And I already watched this video, sir. So I can now move to the next part, which is another question set from user, and I have to answer it. 3 questions. So I already done it earlier. So I have here the score 14 out of 15. Another comment from user, well done. And for the second question, very meaningful and I'm impressed. Thank you to that, sir. And the last and this part, abstraction, since I am done with the previous activities, I am now ready to watch or to see this presentation. So explaining holistic, partial, and partial perspective. So I can now jump to the next part, which is the application. So here, I already answered the questions given. So I can review this one. So I wanna know if, okay, so I got the perfect score from user. Thank you so much. And to this one, the blind man's perspective. So this is an exercise, and I think this is an interactive one. So am I right, sir? Am I going to drag this one to the right men?
Yes.
Right perspective.
Yes. You have to drag and drop.
So let me check it. All right. So I got 3 scores here, sir.
Okay. So proceed to the next.
Okay. So at this part, so another exercise set, true or false, a quiz. I'm going to review because I got 9/10. So I'm going to check if in what question I got the wrong answer. So, okay, so that is in question number 3. Right? And then in my journal entry reflection, so by reading with this instruction, sir, with this scenario and instruction, with the rubrics written, so I can say that you are requiring me to write my assignment, or my assignment should be submitted in a written form. Um, so what I did, I upload my file here, and then hit submit to this part. So, and then I got a feedback from user, 98 over 100. Okay, so I guess any missing activity or locking activity?
Okay, so let's check later on. I'm going to share you my screen for me to check your performance. Can you end your slide?
All right, sir.
Okay, so let's go back to my LMS, and I'm going to show your performance. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first of all, before going to your performance, I would like you to see the name of the students who are enrolled in the subject. We're going to click the participants and to check whether there are still active students or inactive students. Okay, so notice here that there are green highlighted words, active, and the gray ones are those inactive. So I have to follow up, to their parents, what happened to the students, why are they not attending my class. Now going to your grade, okay, so I'm going to click here in the navigation part, navigation pane, and then I have to check here the grade. Okay, so once you click the grade, you will be transported to this dashboard now, and then you will see here the graded report is highlighted, and then you can see the students who took or complied my activities. Okay, so your name is here, and this is the summary of your output. Okay, so assuming that you have completed all the activities. Now to check the details of your output, I'm going to check or click here the user report and choose or select Cherilyn. Okay, this is now the summary of your output. Okay, so in this column, total score to be achieved, and this is your actual score. So actually we have some problems here with the exercise number 2, no? Since the conditions given there, you notice that you got 0 instead of 3 because the conditions that if you got a correct one mistake, sorry, so you will not get a point in that. So you'll be considered as 0 because those activities are related. So you got a 0 on that. Okay, so this is your output for the first lesson, and then if you try to export that into Excel format, so just click the export, and then you click the download. Once you hit the download, lower part of the LMS now, the downloaded grades. So let's see. course did you get in totality? So we'll go back here in the graded report. So let's try to check total score you got. So you got 142 out of 154. So that's still a good job, Ms. Sherilyn. So congratulations. So
Thank you, sir.
I think you're ready now to proceed to the next lesson. Actually, I have already prepared the next lesson, but I am hiding that for my students so that we will not do in advance, do activities in advance. But once I am going to click, I'm going to, example, I'm going to show you how. So I'm going to turn editing on, and then I'm going to click the show topic, and it's like a magic here. Okay. This is the outline of the next lesson that you're going to undertake. In the meantime, since there's still other students who have not taken the lesson 1, so I'm going to hide it first, and then I'm going to announce that in our chat box here, chat box for some announcements. We have to be keep posted, and you should also from time to time check your chat box so that you can be aware and be informed of some information and announcement that I am giving you. Okay, so that's all for our simulation. Thank you very much for your time and listening. Okay, and God bless us all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to stop now my presentation.
So hello po, teachers. So napakaganda po ng idea or concept ng LMS kasi it is a great help po, especially to us kasi I play as a role of a student. So in my convenient time po at my convenient time po to visit, to check, and to log in using my account. So yun po.
Okay, so in addition, I think LMS is a very helpful tool to lessen the burden of the teachers, especially when it is fully implemented. Because when this LMS is fully implemented, there is an automatic grading, so we'll not check it manually. And the activities there are very interactive, and of course it causes us less paperwork. And then materials can also be reused next school year. Can also have more resources from other teachers not teaching the same subject with us. And if you forget because of so many schedules, the LMS will also remind us of our busy school activities because there is a calendar. So this is very helpful tool. I hope that it can be implemented not only in our own school but nationwide, so we can have more resources. So thank you for this training, and I hope we can implement this in our own school also. Although in our school right now we have already the LMS, but it's not yet activated. So baka by August, by the start of our class, maybe we can implement fully, at least locally lang muna, in our own school para hindi medyo traffic. So good job.
Tsaka maganda din yung may restrictions, sir. Tama ba, Sir Ramos? As a teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
May restriction
Yes,
po.
Yes, may restrictions. So kanina ang ginawa natin is just for the sake of simulation, para hindi masyado mahaba yung time. That is why we assume that you have already taken the test. Pero as you can observe there sa dashboard, meron talagang restrictions yun, which means that you cannot proceed to the next activity if you cannot comply the prior activities. So medyo wala talagang estudyante na pwedeng mag-una, unless they will undergo the prior activities. So yun ang kagandahan doon. So meaning, even without us, during the time that the students will undergo the test, then they have really to read and complied activities so that they can proceed also to the next level. So that's a good feature also of the LMS.
Okay po. So Sir Joseph, ibig sabihin yung sa mga restriction na yan, ano po, kasi sabi nyo nga kahit na offline o wala kayo sa mga harap na estudyante nyo mismo, hindi nyo sila na monitor dahil doon sa mga merong mga specific na kailangang punan, yun po ba yung ano ninyo bago sila makaproceed sa susunod din ng mga
Yes,
activity? Na isa din po yung
even
feature ng ating LMS, di ba po, sir?
yes, sir. Kahit na
Ayan.
walang activity, sir, for example, that is purely reading, pero meron din yung restrictions doon na they have to complete reading or watching the video so that they will be marked complete, no, and or kung their activities are completed, and then they can proceed to the next activity.
Ayun. Thank you so much. Ayan. Ma'am Che, tsaka Sir Joseph, once again po, congratulations for very nice presentation ng inyong simulation. Ano nga po bang ano yun, sir, sa inyo? Ano nga pong subject yung pinasent nyo kanina?
Introduction to the philosophy of the human person.
Sa ano po ito, ano? Sa ating HUMS? Ito?
HUMS core subject. HUMS at saka
Ayun.
STEM. Meron dito STEM.
HUMS at saka STEM. Core subject po. Ito ano po. Okay, thank you so much po, Ma'am Che at saka Sir Joseph. Malapit na po din ang lunch. It's already 11:52 in my watch. Thank you so much po for giving us your time, at the same time for sharing your experience with our learning management system. Okay po, standby po muna kayo on backstage. Thank you so much po, ma'am and sir. Okay. So ngayon po, magkakaroon naman po tayo, makakasama naman po natin muna ang ating education program supervisor na siya din pong nagsisilbi nating instructional supervisor po. Isa sa ating mga kasama instructional supervisor na si Dr. Pedelina Huevos. Ma'am Inday.
Hi, June.
Ano na ba kayo? Good noon na.
June, I can't hear you.
Ma'am? Ito po.
Okay.
Yes
So,
po.
ano na tayo ngayon, June?
Yes, ma'am. Kakatapos lang po ng ating third simulation na team para po sa senior school. And then, malapit naman po kasi ang lunch break. So, I think, baka meron po panghabol po.
Okay. Ilan pa ang presenters natin, June, up to this afternoon?
Up to this afternoon po, ma'am. Allow me to check po muna, ma'am, ha? Kasi, yun. For this afternoon, we have, ano po, one,
Hello, June, hindi kita marinig.
6 presenters po, ma'am.
Okay. So, ano na ngayon? Magbe-break na ba tayo?
Yes po,
Or
ma'am.
some reminders? You want some reminders?
Opo. It's 5 minutes before 12, ma'am. So, ngayon,
Okay.
ma'am, opo. So, ilalabas natin ngayon, ma'am, yung kanilang, yung Padlet natin, ma'am, para po makatala na sila ng mga ilang katanungan para mamaya po, hapon, during sa ating open forum ay matutugunan po natin yung mga ilang mahalagang katanungan po ng ating mga participants. So, pwede na po bang i-post natin yung ating Padlet link po, controller?
Sino ko-control, June?
At si ano po, ma'am, ang ating ICT po, si Ma'am Lugin.
Okay, so ano yun, makikita na ba natin ngayon questions? Hindi pa?
Accessible na po daw yan, ma'am, according sa ating gumawa po kay Sir Rene. Pwede na po daw, ma'am.
Pero wala pa tayong mabasa? Wala pa tayong mabasang tanong?
Ngayon?
Diyan?
Sa ngayon?
Oo. Mamaya hapon pa?
Opo, ma'am. I think
Okay.
gumagawa po sila ng tanong ngayon. Opo.
Okay, so habang ginagawa ninyo yung mga tanong ninyo na ilalagay sa Padlet, gusto kong ipaalala po sa ating mga guro, kung medyo lang po, no, na nahihirapan kayo nung kayo po ang ang nag-navigate, kayo po ang nag-explore sa ating LMS. Kung sa palagay ninyo medyo mahirap, sana po ay gawaan ninyo ng paraan na mas mapadali ang paggamit ng mga learners natin sa system na ito. Kasi intindihin po natin, hindi po pareho yung level ng pag-intindi natin kumpara sa ating mga mag-aaral. So, naway gawaan niyo po ng intervention na mas madali nilang maintindihan, mas madali nilang masundan, at mas ma-appreciate ng ating mga learners yung mga ginagawa natin, mga guro. Kasi pagka medyo nahirapan sila, dalawa lang yun eh, pwede silang lumapit at aralin pang mabuti, or maari silang lumayo at magsabing mahirap at hindi namin kaya. So, sa atin pong level, sana magawa ng paraan na maging kaaya-aya po siya para sa ating mga learners at aaralin nilang mabuti at ma-appreciate nila yung paraan ng bagong pagtuturo natin, at lahat ng gusto nating ituro ay pwedeng makuha talaga ng ating mga mag-aaral. However, may nakita ako kanina nung nasa ano lang ako, June, nung naka-view lang ako, may mga tanong dito, pwede ba asynchronous? Okay, pwede po siya. Kung ano pong lahat na nakapaloob sa ating LMS ay pwede po nilang ma-explore offline, at lahat din ng ipapasok natin sa content na yan ay makikita din nila sa module na gagawin.
Wow,
Okay,
thank you
so,
so much.
okay.
Talagang Ma'am Inday, talagang kung ano yung sa online, kung ano yung sa modular, ganun din po yung sa iba pang mga learning delivery mode, di ba po, Ma'am? Ganun po
Yes,
yung
June. Oo,
Opo.
kasi dapat kung anong natutunan ng ating mga mag-aaral doon sa online, ibig sabihin sila yung may mga gadget, sila yung may mga internet connection. Ganun din ang dapat na matutunan ng ating mga mag-aaral na walang mga gadgets at nasa mga bulubuntukin. Pareho dapat ang matutunan nila. Yun ang ating gustong mangyari, no, across Region 11. Dapat pare-pareho ang natutunan nila, may device man sila, may gadget man sila, may signal man o wala, dahil pareho silang mga mag-aaral ng Rehiyon 11.
Yun. So nagkakaiba lang po tayo ng ating metodolohiya, Ma'am, ng
Yes.
ating methodology.
Yes, magkaibang delivery, but the content
delivery.
is the same. Yes.
Yes, ayun po. So klarong-klaro po 'yun sa lahat ng ating mga kaguruan sa senior high school na kasama namin sa link na ito, sa webinar na ito. 'Yun po. Parehas po lahat ng ating pinagmulan, dahil doon po yan lahat nagmula sa MELCS, doon sa ADM module na binaba ng ating rehiyon, kasama na rin po pinagsama ng buong DepEd Central Office, at yan po ay pinag-iba lang ang delivery type. Merong online, may offline, merong distance modular on-air, distance learning na gamit yung module alone, meron pa tayong radio-based or TV-based instruction. So lahat po yun pare-parehas ng content. Okay? So Ma'am Inday, it's 1 minute before 12. So
Okay.
bago po tayo mag-end, Ma'am Inday, ilalabas natin yung link para mamayang hapon. Ginagawa pa po ng ating ngayon, ng ating controller. Mga controllers po yung link para mamayang hapon, kasi nga po magkakasabay tayong tatlo itong ating baka malito kung saan sila papasok. Okay? Eto na ba 'yon? Eto na. Eto na pala ang link, ma'am. Yan na po ang link para sa ating afternoon session na pwede po ninyong pasukan. Mamaya pong alauna. Alauna po tayo magsisimula. Alauna tayo magsisimula sa ating simulation para po sa afternoon. Meron pa tayong 6 remaining presenters or simulators na magbibigay din po ng kanilang bahagi sa iba na naman pong subject area or subjects. Allow me to read lamang po, ma'am. Hold on, double slash. HTTPS //bit.ly/ senior high school or SHS simulation-pm. Please do not forget to screenshot or to take pictures po. Or pwede nyo rin po pagkatapos ng live dito, balikan nyo yung last part para makuha mo po yung na yan. link na yan. Kung hindi po kayo naka-upload. Okay, so I think we are done with our morning session for day 3 na tayo. Day 3 tayo ngayon. So, mag-inday, samahan niyo po ako yung ating signature bilang sa pagbibilang. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye!
Welcome to CLMD Connect in support to the Comprehensive Region-Led Learning Continuity Plan LCP. I teach, integrating technology, academic community, the household, ensuring every learner is safe and protected anytime, anywhere. Anchored on Sulong Idokalidad. This is DepEd Regional Office 11, delivering quality education across Davao Region.